Hello, my friends. Today we are going to be discussing my favorite topic, the glycemic index, and exactly why I love it so much. It goes way deeper than just weight loss. I know a lot of people out there are really obsessed with the numbers and macro counting. I myself am not that way. I don't have my clients macro counting. I have them focusing more on the glycemic index and sticking with low glycemic foods the majority of the time. And I teach them hacks to live by when they do want to consume the fun foods or the higher glycemic foods. So I just want to break down all the amazing reasons why I have my clients do low glycemic nutrition. Number one being that it helps regulate blood sugar. When we consume a food that contains carbohydrates of any sort, whether it be fruit or candy, it doesn't matter, it affects our blood sugar. So when we eat a high glycemic food, it spikes blood sugar very quickly. Therefore, the pancreas has to release insulin in order to bring the blood sugar back down to baseline. Well, this can be very problematic if you're consuming high glycemic foods all throughout the day. You have your blood sugar go up and then it drops. You feel that sugar buzz, you feel the crash. You eat again, you choose a high glycemic food again, it goes up and then it goes down. That can lead to insulin resistance, which is the second thing on here, because our pancreas is shooting out insulin. But if you are eating like that and you have this going on with your blood sugar, insulin cannot work that fast. Therefore, our pancreas has to keep shooting out more and more insulin to do the same job that it was doing months ago, years ago, when you weren't consuming such terrible foods. And I hate to say terrible foods, but you're making bad choices repeatedly. That's where the problem lies, is when we're consuming, even if you're not consuming that many calories, but you're consuming the wrong calories and they're all very high glycemic calories, then it's eventually going to lead to the resistance, the insulin resistance down the road when that is repeated. And that leads to type 2 diabetes, and that's on the list as well. Type 2 diabetes is 100% preventable. I don't care who tells you otherwise. It is a lifestyle choice, what you put in your body. That food choice repeatedly is going to be predicting whether or not you eventually get type 2 diabetes down the road or you don't. So that's why I feel so strongly about the glycemic index, because it allows us to see what foods can lead to healthy lifestyle, and it can show us the foods, if we eat them repeatedly every day, that will lead to the potential of heart disease, type 2 diabetes, weight gain. So that's another thing, number 3. I put it at number 3 because it's not the main reason why I have my clients doing the low glycemic nutrition. It's really not. It's one of the benefits, yes, but at the end of the day, if you are not disease-free, it doesn't matter if you're skinny, if you're overweight, if you're toned, if you have disease in your body. Can I get an amen to that? So down below, I have a little chart here because I'm a visual learner. So this is if you are choosing low glycemic nutrition, okay? So this is the time, this is like the whole day, let's say. And this is, the black line is, let me just write it down here. The black line stands for your blood sugar. So I'm gonna put a BS, okay? The red line stands for insulin. I'll just put an I. So when we eat a food that is low glycemic, we're choosing the right foods, the black line, the blood sugar spikes just slightly. It's not a quick spike, it's just a very subtle spike, and then it goes back down to baseline. And the insulin, the red line, goes up when the blood sugar goes up, and when it goes down, it has time to go back down. Everything is at baseline, everything is hunky-dory, everything is golden. There is no need for our pancreas to do triple the work and shoot out triple the insulin, because everything's good. So the next time you eat, again, you choose a low glycemic food. It goes up very, very slowly. Insulin goes up very slowly. Everything goes back to the way it should be. Now, this blue line here shows where the fat burning zone is and where the fat storage zone is. So down below, under this line, fat burning zone. That's where the weight loss and weight gain comes into play. If you are eating high glycemic food, I want to show you here, this is what we'll just do it in a different color. We'll do it in green. This is high glycemic. So this is our blood sugar. It goes up above the fat burning zone, and then we drop quickly. And then it goes up, and then it goes down, okay? So this is more what the high GI looks like. And I'm just gonna show you in the same color what the insulin does, okay? So insulin goes up quickly, but it can't go back down that quick. So it stays elevated. It goes down a little bit, but it stays above. Everything is above. So your pancreas is shooting out more and more and more insulin to do that same job. We're above the fat burning zone. So now we're in a fat storage zone. If you can read my writing, fat storage zone up here with the high glycemic choices. So now we're storing fat. We have insulin resistance that for a lot of women can lead to polycystic ovarian syndrome. So if you hear people say I have PCOS, it's because they are insulin resistant. Down the road, type 2 diabetes, all the other things that come along with those specific issues, diseases, whatever you want to call them, okay? So again, if you're macro counting, if you're doing paleo, if you're doing vegan, if you're doing low or gluten-free, whatever the case may be, every single person can do low glycemic in addition to what they're doing. That's the beauty of low glycemic. You don't have to do this as opposed to that. You can do this along with that, which is incredible. There's nothing else out there that can allow for that. So again, thank you for listening to me preach about all my passion. And if you are someone that wants to up your nutrition game, your exercise game, please message me and we can figure out how to do